Let's welcome in our NFL analyst, Tim Hasselbeck. And Tim, man, injuries have plagued Anthony Richardson so far as a pro. What did you see on the play Thursday on which he was injured?
Yeah, I think the unfortunate part, Phil, is this one really ends up being on the quarterback. Oftentimes, when you go out to play quarterback, you've got to be able to protect yourself, understanding how your protections work. Colts are in an empty protection. The center's working left. The right guard is going to end up squeezing down, which means the right tackle is going to sift. So he's basically going to sift to the most dangerous rusher. He deems it's the stack backer, which turns the linebacker free. That ball should go right to the flat. And so Anthony Richardson, being unaware of the protection issues, ends up getting hit, ends up getting injured, and unfortunately, it's kind of been the hallmark of his career so far.
Well, thankfully, Cincinnati's QB1 came away unscathed in Philly. Joe Burrow looked sharp. 9 of 10, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns. One of those to Ja'Marr Chase. What stood out to you from that duo?
I just think that how comfortable they looked. Cincinnati's offense looked good a year ago. They look good again to start in the preseason. I think just the willingness to compete in a preseason game by star players that are making a lot of money. It's not typical. I think in some ways it's maybe just a message with how things have gone in Cincinnati in terms of slow starts in past years, and then also with the current contract situation with probably their best defensive player. So I think part of it is kind of setting a tone of expectation for the team, and I think the offense came out and did a really good job.
You alluded to it. 0-2 starts, 2022, 2023, an 0-3 start last year. So whatever it takes to shake that out for the Bengals. An AFC dark horse took a big hit Thursday at practice. Chargers Pro Bowl left tackle Rashawn Slater is going to miss the season with a patellar tear in his left knee. The injury comes just 11 days after Slater signed a 4-year, $113 million extension with an O-line record $92 million guaranteed. Slater's one of 3 first-round O-linemen LA drafted over 4 years, 2021 and 24. Chargers reporter Kris Rhim has more on Slater's injury.
It's impossible to overstate the negative impact that losing Rashawn Slater for the 2025 season could have on these Chargers. All energy vanished from Chargers practice Thursday as Slater left on a medical cart. The positive sign for the Chargers is that last year's 5th overall pick, Joe Alt, has experience playing left tackle where he played in college and started a game last season while Slater was out with injury. The Chargers believe Alt has all-pro potential at either side and will likely move him to the left tackle spot to protect quarterback Justin Herbert's blind side. As for the right side, this will likely bump up right tackle Trey Pipkins, who has 2 seasons of starting experience there in 2022 and 2023 with the Bolts. Still, without Slater and Alt on this offensive line, that significantly changes the ceiling for this Chargers team in 2025. With the Chargers, Kris Rhim, ESPN.
Back with Tim. You played quarterback in this league. What is your level of concern for Justin Herbert losing his franchise left tackle for the season?
Well, here's what I'd say. It is a huge deal. Plain and simple, it's a huge deal because while, they have immediate answers on the roster, moving off to left tackle, the problem ends up being is your depth starts to get compromised and the season's long and they've got big time aspirations. So, from that perspective, it's a massive downgrade. They have one of the best left tackles, in the game, and now all of a sudden they don't have him. They want to run the football. Yes, what it does for the passing game as well. The only silver lining in it is of when it happens. Going to be a bunch of roster cut downs. There'll be guys on the street that can play, maybe even veteran players. And so with that, there's time to add depth to that offensive line group. But this is a massive hit. I don't know how much it affects, Herbert directly, but I think more team accomplishments would be the greater concern, for the Chargers.
Next audition for offensive line spots is the Chargers' next preseason game, Sunday at home against the Saints. Tim, thank you.